Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Brian, the original creator and lead developer for CSFBL, and I'm creating this little video to show you the newest feature, and we all think a pretty significant one, probably one of the biggest gameplay features to come to CSFBL in quite some time. It is an entirely revamped amateur draft system. In this new system, the draft will be much more dynamic. Each team will have an opportunity to make their pick independent of every other team in the league. When it's their turn, you'll be picking from a pool of available players. For those who know the current draft system, this is a notable improvement. It'll add a lot to both the gameplay, the experience, and we hope the overall enjoyment of the draft. So let's take a look at what's new. We're going to look here at the Staten Island Pizza Rats. And we can see down here that the amateur draft, they have the second round pick coming up on June 3rd, 1985. Obviously, that is the game date, so always pay attention to game dates. There are some real dates in the game. Mostly you see game dates. So we know that we got a little ways to go. The league is only on June 10th. But let's take a look at the Pizza Rats amateur draft page. And this is the draft page and the old draft list kind of combined into one page. At the top you see your draft picks. We see that we got our pick in the first round was his third baseman, and we have two other picks coming up with the game dates shown right here. And below that you have your draft list. And one of the big improvements here is as players are drafted, they're removed from the draft list, so the overall list gets shorter and shorter as the draft goes on. This also makes it easier for you to kind of pick who you want. So I know I got a third baseman in the first round, and I was really hoping to get a catcher. So I'm going to go look here and see what catchers we have here. So we have, we got this guy, Michael Cutler. He's ranked first, but look, this guy's got a lot of power. I like power hitting catchers. So I'm going to move this guy to the top, and that'll move Michael Cutler to second. And that's a pretty good shot. I like having two catchers at the top. So draft list will update, and you'll see those changes, and your draft list as it is what will apply when it comes to your pick. I'm going to jump over quick to the league draft page, and here you can see, didn't want to show that yet. Here's what you'll see: the list of all the players who were picked so far, and then a list of upcoming picks. If I kind of scroll down to my Pizza Rats, we'll see here I got my next pick in a little less than 23 hours. This test league, you may notice that sims run every hour. Normally you would see this in either 3, 6, or 12 hour increments, depending on whether you have an 8, 4, or 2 game per day league. But I can kind of look at this, and this is pretty helpful to make a note that in a little less than 23 hours from now, I need to take a look at CSFBL again and make sure that I still have a catcher ranked high on my draft list. Last thing to show is this little toggle ratings button, which you got a preview of it before. If you click this button, you can toggle on and off all the player ratings for anybody who's been drafted thus far. These are the ratings that they had at the time they were drafted, so it's a historical view, not a current view of the player. And this same toggle ratings view is now available on the team draft page. So if you go to your draft history, you'll have this toggle ratings button where you can turn it on and off. So here's with no ratings, and here's with the ratings. Again, showing the historical ratings at the time the player was drafted. So that's a preview. Head over to the community forums or reach out to us on Discord if you have any questions or issues, and we hope you enjoy the latest changes.